Hey guys, Ponce here, and Riot has finally officially announced Illaoi, the Kraken Priestess. So here's the preview page here, showing all the abilities and stuff, which we'll go over in a second. But I should probably just note right now that Illaoi is not currently on the public test realm. She should be really soon, and if you ask me, the professional PvE coverage guy who spends a lot of his time there, I would guess she's probably going to be released there either later today or at the latest tomorrow or something. But I guess probably maybe in the next couple hours the PvE will be taken down and she'll be patched in. But we'll see how this goes. You know, you can never be sure about these things. So those of you looking for actual in-game like gameplay footage, like a full game, like the thing I usually do, which I tend to have out really quickly after the patch or the champion comes out, stay tuned to this channel. Description below, my live stream, all that stuff. In the annotations, I'll have links to actual gameplay. So, yeah, there'll be that to come. But for the time being, we have, let's go over abilities. There's these little videos and stuff like that. So, passive, Prophet of an Elder God. Illaoi periodically spawns a tentacle on a nearby wall. Tentacles interact with Illaoi's abilities and last until killed or left dormant a full minute. So you can see it just spawned up there near her. So you just kind of, generally speaking, these things seem to spawn anywhere you're near. And it looks like they can be interacted with, so like people can actually attack them and destroy them and stuff like that. So there's that. Let's move on to the Q. Tentacle Smash. Passive. Tentacles that hit enemy champions heal Illaoi for a small portion of her missing health. Active. Illaoi summons a tentacle that slams down in a target direction, damaging all enemies struck. So let's take a look at that. That's how that one works there. Just a basic Q ability. Here is W, the Harsh Lesson. Instead of attacking normally, Illaoi charges in for her next basic attack, dealing bonus physical damage before commanding all nearby tentacles to swing at her target. So dash plus a secondary follow-up attack there. And for some reason, this video lasts really long and nothing actually happens at the end there, so we're just going to pause this. Riot didn't edit that one very well. They're kind of like me. All right, this is the interesting one here. E, Test of Spirit. It's kind of long, but I'm going to read it. Illaoi casts a spell that sends tendrils out in a target direction. If the tendrils connect with an enemy champion, they grasp the champion's spirit and tear it back to Illaoi. When spirits are attacked by the Kraken Priestess or her allies, it transmits a portion of its suffering to its now spiritless champion. If Illaoi and her allies are able to destroy the spirit, or the spiritless champion flees too far from the spirit, they suffer a heavy slow as they become a vessel and start spawning tentacles around them that attack both their host and their allies. Test of Spirit allows tentacles to occasionally swing at spirits and vessels, dealing physical damage to all enemies hit. Let's translate what that means into a visual here. So Spirit gets ripped out. As you can see, he's been taking a portion of the damage the Spirit was taking. So he ran too far. He ran out of range. So now this TF is a vessel for the Spirit, or whatever the hell it was. And around him, tentacles start spawning. So this kind of seems like a key, like the key to this champion here. This ability right here. But we'll go over that in a minute. Let's look at the ult first. So Leap of Faith. Illaoi leaps into the air before slamming her idol into the ground, damaging all nearby enemies and summoning a tentacle for every enemy champion hit. Harsh Lesson's cooldown is significantly reduced while Leap of Faith is active. So basically, it's almost like Kindred and her Q and W. So while the ult thing is going, you can dash around faster. Slams it, summons 3 tentacles, 3 people hit. And she's able to, like, dash a lot faster. Now, we don't know the exact numbers on her cooldowns, but it seemed like she was dashing quite quickly while the ult was active. So that was quite interesting there. So Riot kind of goes on and on about different things and how to use her. More or less, it sounds like she's supposed to be very bruiserish. They say she's a top laner, which is nice for me. So, yeah, in fact, they specifically name her as a juggernaut, so kind of like Darius and Garen and sort of that class of champion. I don't know if she's supposed to be AD or AP. I mean, it looks like these are AP abilities, but you can never really tell. Maybe they'll scale off AD, who knows. So we'll find out shortly. But, yeah, it definitely seems like the E, what's the one called? Test of Spirit is really the key to this champion, otherwise kind of people just kite you around and stuff. That's quite interesting. So just sort of getting things set up with your tentacles, it's just like, it is absolutely key to this champion, it looks like. So that's kind of how you do it. So once again, I look forward to bringing you guys actual in-game stuff. We can't, get too much based off of just this. I suppose we can get a rough idea of what she's supposed to do, but too much speculation is never a good thing, or usually isn't a good thing. So again, hopefully this is up soon, available for the testing, and I'll see you guys around. Goodbye.